Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. Today's video is going to be on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, but a Chibi version of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So basically just like a bigger head, smaller body, you know, just exaggerated features. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and Taku Ace Zero, thank you very much for the request. He's the one that requested this video for today. So, yeah, this one's a little bit more complicated than your average how to draw video, so, but it's not too bad. So, get your pencils ready and, let's jump in. Alright guys, so to start out, we're going to just do the gesture, which is, basically, just start off with a big circle. Kind of like this, and then the line of, kind of like the line of action is kind of like this, and then goes down in his legs. But after you get that big circle, we're going to draw a kind of like a big oval bean type shape. This is going to be like his chest that's like being pushed out. Then after we get that down, we can kind of draw on his waist, which would kind of be a lot smaller than like the big chest that goes out, so it'll kind of go in. And then we kind of got, like this part, I can't think of the name right now. But then we're going to get some ovals for the legs. Pelvis, that's the word I was looking for. I knew it started with a P. Oh god. This is a good video so far. But we're going to just draw some ovals, kind of like a snowman almost. Little oval for the foot. This one's gonna go over here like that. Again, and this isn't gonna be exact. We're just kind of, you know, loosely drawing in kind of a series of kind of big circles, mainly just for like placement reasons, just to see how big we need to make stuff. And this oval will be over here, and then this hand is kind of like a box. Like that, and then just some more out over here, and you'll have like a shoulder here. So basically once you get like this big kind of circly vector man looking shape down, we're going to just jump into the head for details. If you want to, you can put in the, I'm just moving some stuff to the side. The crosshairs, be something like this, but I like to start out with his head shape really. And a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters have a very angular head, so it's just kind of like a straight line going down, and then in, then kind of when you get to the jaw, it goes over a little bit, and then out, and then in, and it's very angular, so like, keep it angular. Then once you get that down, we can kind of draw on his nose, which is just kind of like a curved line like this. We could draw on his smile, which is basically just kind of like a straight line, and then it curves up at the very end. And there's kind of like a U that kind of connects in. You get a little cross line right here, just for his little smirk, and then a little curve line right here, just for his teeth, like that. Now we can draw on his eyes, which I like to start with his eyebrows, which is basically just a straight line going down, like this, a small one, and then just kind of curves up and over, and then you get a straight line, and then just kind of curves down and in like that. Same thing over here, straight line up and over, and then just kind of like down and in. And then basically his eye is pretty much just a line going down, and then across, and then same thing here, down, across, and then up. And then for Super Saiyan 4, they just have a line that follows the line underneath their eyes like this. It's just like a red kind of highlight almost. And then you can draw in little circles for the eyes. And then another little circle inside for the pupil. And you could shade that one in. Once you got that down, we can kind of draw on his hair, which it basically starts about here and becomes a big V, almost, for Vegeta. Yeah, V for Vegeta, ha ha ha. I just realized that. And then it goes down, then in, and then over, like this. See it? Kind of like almost like a Mega Man looking helmet type deal. Like that. And then it's kind of defining the shape a little bit more. And then you get a little curve line that curves in here and here, like this. And then right above his eyebrows, you can draw three little quick lines like that. Same thing over here, just going in the opposite direction. And then same thing even underneath his eyes. It's just kind of like face details that like a Toriyama puts in. But like that. Then we could draw on his ears, which just kind of go out, and then over, and then down. Same thing here, out, over, and then down. Like that. And now I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we could draw on the hair, which his hair isn't as complicated. I actually kind of like doing this kind of like teardrop type shape right here, just to kind of get like the center down. But after you get that down, it kind of breaks off into kind of two spikes, one that kind of curves up and then over like this, and then another one that kind of just goes up and then curves down, and then just kind of breaks off into a series of spikes that keep curving up like that. And then this one. And then when you do the spikes, it's good to keep like the inside curve kind of angular, so you draw a straight line, and then just kind of curve it in like that. Actually, that one's kind of off. Like that, and then there'll be another one that's kind of, and then it'll start actually curving down when it gets to like his ear. And then now he has kind of like two bangs that kind of go off into like his chest, so you can draw that in, which is kind of like a curved line like this. And then another one that kind of just curves in and over. And now we could draw the rest of his hair on this side, which is pretty much the same thing, just going in the opposite direction. And then once you get near the ear, you can kind of curve it, the spikes kind of downwards, like that. And now we're going to just jump into his hand right here. So the easiest way to do it is to, since we have like this kind of square shape, draw a big series of circles, 4 of them, like this, and they kind of curve into an arc, almost. And then off those, they just kind of become the knuckles, and just kind of go up, over, and then down, up, over, and down. You want to kind of try to keep it in between the circles, down, and then the pinky. And again, you want to keep that kind of arc when you're drawing the little bumps for the knuckles here. So everything should kind of go in like a big arc. Like that, and then we can draw on his thumb, which basically just goes out, over, and kind of rounds off the tip of the thumb. The rest could kind of be angular. And then we can draw on like the wrist part of his glove, which we would see just a little bit of it, like that. And then just kind of a shape like this for his like elbow that kind of juts out. But once you get that down, we can kind of draw on his kind of pecs, like his chest muscles right here, which they're really big. They're basically just kind of like these square or rounded squares almost. Like that. And then we can kind of go straight into his abs, which easy way to do is kind of draw a curved line down, spike up, and then another curved line down, and then over. And then once we got this in, we can kind of just draw on a curved line that curves in like this, and then another one, and then a curved line, then we can kind of connect it in, and then in like that. There we go. And we can kind of just draw on the rest of his body, which is just kind of like a curved line like here. Line that goes in and over, like that. For his stomach. Then for his belt, it's basically, we start from this curved line that we made, and just draw a little square off of it, with another little square inside, and then 2 lines going up like that. And then just kind of wrap around another little curved line, just for the bottom of the belt. Then for his legs, you can kind of follow the kind of gesture we have. They kind of go in to where the knees were, and then kind of jut out, and then stop about here for where his boot would start. And kind of go in, jut out, kind of curve in here. Get kind of like a V type shape right here. And then this leg would curve in, and then stop about here for the boot. Then kind of jut out, and kind of go out a little bit for the knee. But if you follow a shape similar to this, you should be pretty good. Now draw a little curved line right here for his knee, and then there'd be another little curved line right here. And since this one's more of a on the side view, you just draw a curved line. This one has more of like a J type shape. But now that we got that down, we can kind of draw on his boots, which I like to start off kind of in the middle right here, and then draw a line going down, over, and down, then kind of loop it around and just kind of follow the shape you have here, like that. And then this one, there'd be a line going up, around, and kind of similar, follow the shape that you have, so you get kind of like this tube looking shape. Then you kind of round it in here, like that. And then his foot is basically a curved line, and you get kind of like a U at the end here, and a little curved line in, and they get kind of like just a curved line going the opposite direction, just kind of finish it off. And then draw a little rectangle right here with a smaller little rectangle inside, and then a line, 2 lines going up like that, just for the shoe detail. And now we're going to draw the same thing just for the other foot, but slightly different because it's more on the side. So we're going to start about here, draw a line going down, over, and down, kind of follow it, and then this line will go up, over, and then down like that. And then just a curved line going in, curved line going over. And now we can draw on the foot, which it's pretty much a straight line going down, across, again stop for where like the toes would be, and curve it in, then finish it off like that. And then we get the rectangle here, and then 2 lines going up. And if you want to, since this foot is more on the side, you can kind of draw the sole on the bottom here, which just does a little rectangle that follows the bottom shape of the foot. You really don't get to see on this first one. And now since we're down by his legs, we can draw on the tail, which is basically just a kind of curved line like this. And then just kind of gets like a little jagged on the end here, and then curves up, and then you just kind of follow the line you made. Like that. He has a nice long Super Saiyan 4 tail. And now let's just finish off this arm. So I like to start with the hand, because the hand's probably the hardest part about this whole picture. But again, we're going to start with drawing the 4 circles on an arc. And then basically what I like to do is just draw a line going up, and then over and down, and then just kind of follow it like this. So it goes up, over, and then kind of down. And then same thing with this one. And I'm keeping the lines long, just so when we do the knuckles right now, I know when to lift them up and put them down. And kind of curves in like this. And then before we erase, I'm going to just draw on the thumb. And the thumb's going to go over most of the fingers here, like that. Curve in, you get kind of like a palm thing here. And now you can erase this line so it's not as long. kind of shorten it out, and then you draw a little curve line on the knuckles just to show them bending, like that. And then you get the little rectangle on the bottom for like the wrist part of his glove. And then you get kind of like this kind of hook shape right here for his, like, it's not even his bicep, it's like the muscle on his forearm. And then it goes out, and then over, or it kind of goes out, in, kind of across for the elbow, and then back in, and then out again. Like that. It's a hard shape to explain, but it kind of goes in, out, over, you get the elbow, and then kind of wraps back around into like the glove here. Then you get a big circle for his, or a big curve line for his shoulder, and then his bicep, kind of just a curve line, goes around, a little curve line right here, just to show off some muscle, because Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is jacked. But that is pretty much all there is to drawing Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, or Chibi Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. It's basically the same thing, just the head's slightly bigger. Again, you're not really worried about like proportions. You kind of want to make it look kind of cartoony, but I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit here. And if you want a more inked version, if you were to take like an ink pen, ink it out, and then erase all the guidelines, you get a shape, or a picture that would look like that. Try to get them both in here. So you get a picture kind of looking like that if you erase the guidelines and everything. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again, Taku Ace Zero, for the request. And if you guys have any requests, the way they work is just leave whatever you want me to draw in the comment section below. I will take your name and what you requested, put it on my how to draw list, and then on Sunday when I make how to draw videos, I randomly pick one off the list. There's no time frame or anything. It's just what I feel like drawing that day. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.